Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be going over the gaming side of the Switch 2. What it's like to game on the Switch 2. I've been playing on the Switch 2 for about 10 days now, so I've got quite a lot of experience gaming on it, got a lot of hours on it, so I'm just going to give you my opinion on it. So let's get right into it. So first of all, when you've been playing on PC for a couple years now, you're used to you can play any game you want basically, unless there are some exclusives like the PlayStation and Nintendo games. You can basically play whatever game you want. So that is something you miss instantly, honestly. Being able to load up Steam is insane. Having access to Steam just gives you so much that you instantly miss it when you don't have Steam. Honestly, if Xbox's new console has Steam, they win the console war, honestly. That's another video, I guess. The Switch 2 does lack a lot of games, to be honest. At the moment, I don't really know what to play. I've been playing Cyberpunk Mario Kart Worlds. But other than that, what new games is there? I don't really know what other games to play. I've been playing Splatoon 3. But I've been playing Switch 1 games. I just want Switch 2 games. I want more. And I say this like every video. But when's the Direct? I thought the Direct would have been announced now. But honestly, it hasn't been announced. Please say we don't have to wait for Donkey Kong. That's still over a month until that game comes out. I'm really excited for that game. But I want something in between. I'm playing other games. I've gone back to playing on my PC now. Like when the Switch 2 came out, I didn't touch my PC for gaming, but now I've gone back to it, playing some other games. Yeah, I do instantly miss that gaming library, honestly. But you guys might like the select game library. I know the Switch 2 has got a lot of games on it. There's like the heavy games, like the AAA games. And then there's like the indie games. You don't have like the Phasmophobias, the Lethal Companies, those type of games on the Switch 2 that you can just, that are cheap and that you can just chill on the Switch. I don't know, there might be, but I'm just finding it difficult to find. What makes Nintendo Switch so special is Nintendo make bangers. Nintendo know the Switch doesn't sell if their game flops. If Mario Kart World flopped, the Switch wouldn't have sold. They relied on that game to sell the Switch 2. If their games don't do well, what is the Switch without Mario? They need it, otherwise the Switch is done. Nintendo has to have exclusives. If I could play Mario Kart World on my PC, what would be the point of me buying a Switch? If Nintendo ever released their games on like any other devices, Nintendo aren't making any consoles anymore. I know the Switch is more of a handheld, like you can do both, but they'll probably still make handhelds, but there'd be no point of them making it be able to be docked if you could play your games on other platforms. So there is that. Nintendo, you already know Nintendo games are going to be good, but saying that, they are expensive, and Steam has sales. Their sales are amazing. So I wish Nintendo did sales. They know you're going to buy the game anyway because, you can only buy the game on the Switch too. So Nintendo are smart like that. I am having a lot of fun playing games on the Switch too. And I bought Witcher 3, Cyberpunk. I have them on my PC, but I still got them on my Switch. So there is that. So you're still going to buy the third party games as well. But comparing the Switch 2 to other handhelds, like I could have got a Steam Deck if I really wanted the Steam library. I know it costs a lot more compared to the Switch, so there is that. But I wanted to be able to use it as a handheld and a console. And two, I wanted to be able to play the Nintendo games. That is what sold me on the Switch 2. Because, yeah, you can't play them on my PC. I don't see the appeal of just playing games on a handheld when I can just play them on my PC, so that's why I didn't get a Steam Deck or like a Rogue Ally. But the Xbox, I know it does intrigue me, but I'm probably not going to get that. Comparing it, the Switch 2, I would say it's just a lot more polished. I've never used another handheld like the Steam Deck or the Rogue Ally, for example. But Nintendo have just got it polished up. I don't think hardware-wise there's anything wrong with it. I haven't had a problem with it. Yeah, it's just the games on the Switch 2 really sell it, to be honest. I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk and it's run really well. I played it on my Series X and I can't really tell a difference. The only thing is it does stutter a bit when it saves on the Switch. I don't know if anyone else is having that problem. It's only like a frame, but you do kind of notice it. But it looks amazing, and the fact that I can run it on handheld is really good. I love that. And Mario Kart World obviously feels amazing. Doesn't feel there's any bugs. I haven't experienced any bugs. I think I have seen some online though. Going back to some games like Splatoon 2 looks amazing, but some old Switch 1 games like port games like The Witcher 3 still looks. It doesn't look modern. Let's just say that. I guess just because that game has been optimized for Switch 1, so it doesn't instantly change for the Switch 2. The third-party games won't be optimized well. And that's also for the new third-party games as well. I haven't got Split Fiction on the Switch 2. Quite a big game. It's not on the cartridge. That's a lot of storage. And I'm guessing it's just not being well optimized if it's that big of a game, to be honest. But also, the thing about the Switch 2 is that Nintendo always tries unique features. This year they tried the mouse controls, which run really smoothly. It's just they lack games. I just want games that use the mouse controls to come out now. I want to get Metroid Prime just for the mouse modes, to be honest. Last year they used the motion sensors, which were cool, but they weren't really used. So hopefully more game developers use these games. But also the fact that the Switch 2 is selling really well, I feel like it's going to make third-party games coming to the Switch 2 a lot quicker. Because surely companies are going to want to get involved. Why make games for the Xbox? That's barely selling when the new console's selling really well. Right, so surely making games for the Switch 2 would make you the most money possible. Like if, let's say it's a new game coming out, surely it'll make more money on the Switch 2. And then like making it for the PlayStation and Xbox. I don't know, that might just be a bad take. I want this new game to just test and see how they run on the Switch 2. I just don't want the Switch 2 to get outdated, but we'll see how gaming is developing every day. Also, Switch 2 compared to other consoles is that you can play in 3 modes: docked, handheld, and tabletop, which is really cool. Being able to quickly do that and seamlessly do that is props to Nintendo for that. Just how good that is. So that's like the main selling point. Also, detachable Joy-Cons. A lot of people do prefer Steam Deck handhelds, like how it feels to hold. I find the Switch 2 fine, but yeah, I can see where you get that from. I mean, but the Pro Controller is one of the best controllers to touch up, to be honest. I really enjoy the Pro Controller, to be honest. My verdict is that I would recommend the Switch 2 if you want to play Nintendo's games. That's what it mostly comes down to. If you want to play Nintendo's Mario games, Super Smash Bros, Splatoon, all their IPs. If you want to play them, you're gonna have to get a Switch. Obviously, you can't play them. If you don't like them, first, I would only consider a Switch. If you want the ability for handheld and console, because more third-party games are going to come to the Switch too. But if you want a handheld, I'd probably consider a Steam Deck, just so you have Steam's library, or the new Xbox handheld, so you could get Game Pass and Steam. But honestly, I do love my Switch 2. I'm just waiting for more games to come out. That's the only complaint I really have, is I want more games. I'm greedy and I want more games. But yeah. If you think this was a good video, please like and subscribe. And see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.